Hey guys, welcome back to the Book Nook Corner. It's Courtney. I'm so excited about today's video. This is a lot of books. It is almost 30 books that over the past probably couple months that I have hauled / thrifted / have been given to me / have pre-ordered. Like, it's all over the place. So we're gonna kind of just start randomly. There's really no order, really no rhyme or reason to what I'm about to show you. So let's just jump right in. After reading Variation by Rebecca Yarros, I decided that I wanted to try a couple more romances. And I have never really been a romance reader. It is not really top thing for me to read or to want to read or to pick up or gravitate towards. I just wanted to give this a shot. And so here are the pile, woo, they're slippy, of romances that I did decide to pick up. I think I might slightly rapid fire these in some ways because otherwise I'm just afraid that we'll be here too long. So I will leave you guys the descriptions via the back of the book. I'm not really going to talk a whole lot more about them. The first little group that I got, I ordered these all on Amazon, and that was Give Me Butterflies by Jillian Meadows. I think this is so gorgeous. Like, I love the cover of this book. It is so cute. Here's the description. The next one was Collide by Bal Cabra. This is sports romance, I believe. I think he's a hockey player. She might be a dancer / ice skater, something along those lines. Here is the description on the back. The next one is Spiral by the same author, Bal Cabra. This, oh, my nails match. Pretty. This is Ballerina, obviously. He looks like a hockey player as well, so this author must have an obsession with hockey players, I guess. I don't know. Here's the description on the back. The next one I got was Under Lock and Key by Lana Ferguson. I am Scottish, and my family has always been very proud of that, and so the spine is plaid. So fitting. And then he's wearing a kilt. And like the men in my family, I literally grew up with like the men in my family wearing kilts. Not even kidding. I thought this looked super cute. It is a newish release as well. There's the description. Then the next two I'm super excited about because I feel like it's just going to bring out like the horsey girl in me. And none of these are very like thick either. None of them are even like 350 pages. So I'm used to reading like 500 plus page fantasy books. That is Holding the Reins by Paisley Hope. What an adorable name as well. And then here is the description. There's quite a few in this series too, but I think they're all like standalones.
Interconnected?
Standalones or whatever they call that. The next one is Training the Heart by Paisley Hope. Love the covers. These are such pretty covers, and that is honestly what drew me to them. Here's the description. The next one is Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. I have never read one of her books. I have 2 or 3 of them. I think this is the second or third one of hers that I've bought. So I am curious to see if I like it. This one I think is a little bit, yeah, this one's 450 pages. You can see the reflection of like the water droplets, and then the sprayed edges look like water in a pool. Here is the description. The last romance book that I got is Beneath the Stars by Emily McIntyre. I just adored this cover. It is such pretty colors. I was super impressed, and I loved this background. So honestly, this was kind of a cover buy, and this is 500 pages. So this is kind of a chunker for a romance. Here is the description. I'm a sucker for a thick book. I mean, who isn't? Now I'm just going to kind of go in random order. I did just get this past weekend. This is City of Lost Souls by Cassandra Clare. This is the 5th book in the Mortal Instruments series. I'm currently reading the 2nd book in this series. I've been trying to thrift them, so I haven't paid full price yet for any of these hardbacks of this series. They are a little bit beat up. Most of them were more than likely like old library books, but yeah, these covers are kind of dated. Like, could we redo them, Cassandra Clare? Like, I think that they deserve that. I'm not a huge fan of them, but it is what it is, and I'm not going to show you the description because it's the 5th book in the series. The next book is, in fact, Watermoon by Samantha Soto Yambao. don't know how you say her last name. This is a Book of the Month edition, as you can see. I am super excited to start this. I've heard that it has like Studio Ghibli vibes, and I just adore the cover. Like, it's very different, but very pretty. Here is the description. I hope you guys can see that. And yeah, I just adore like the whole vibe of the book. So the next thing that I want to show you is something that I was just absolutely, like, my jaw fell on the floor when I opened the box. One of my subscribers slash patrons sent me 4 books, I think, and the covers, the dust jackets that were she probably bought for like a decent amount, and she sent all of this to me. Like, I couldn't believe it, and I was so excited and so thankful. So thank you, Kelly, because you're awesome. But they are special edition dust jackets of the ACOTAR series by Sarah J. Maas. So A Court of Thorns and Roses. So I just put like random books on this that I had, like random hardcovers. So some of them don't like fit real great. I would like to eventually get another set of hardcovers of the ACOTAR series to put in this, but we will have to see on that because they're not overly cheap. But yeah, so here is A Court of Thorns and Roses. I forget who did this, like who, and I don't know if it's like written down or not. I can't remember, honestly. I don't remember. I just like the foiling on each one, like just the drawings. Like, look how gorgeous. That's the 3 sisters. This makes me want to read this series all over again, which I've actually been planning on doing. The next book, of course, is A Court of Mist and Fury. Look at the gold foiling, how it just like pops. That is Feyre, Rhysand, and then Tamlin. The back. I'm just in love with these. They look so pretty on my shelf. I almost didn't want to take them off to show you because they looked so pretty. I like hated to like mess it up. The next book is A Court of Wings and Ruin. I love the gold foiling. Look at the artwork. Oh my gosh, like look at the jewelry in her ear and in her hair. So pretty. His wings! Oh my gosh, I didn't even notice that. Those are his wings!
Oh.
The next one is A Court of Frost and Starlight, which is the novella. Look at that. Oh my gosh. This book's a little bit too big for this because it's kind of a skinny book. That's like everybody in there. Wings! And then lastly, A Court of Silver Flames. This was my least favorite of the series. I really did not care for this book, but like I said, I do want to read through the series again, and I would love to read this one a second time and see if my opinion changes at all. I don't really think it will, but I'm curious to see if it does. But this is just so beautiful. Look! I love these. His wings.
Oh yeah, give me wings.
Okay, you're just gonna have to see this in the corner because it's gonna like fall and topple. Okay. So the next book I got, or manga, was Frieren Beyond Journey's End. This is volume 1. One of my subscribers slash Discord members slash friends suggested this to me. She absolutely loves this series. And so yeah, I'm excited. It looks really, really good. The artwork, like I'm just excited to get into this. Here's the description. I believe that this is also like an anime, like a show. The next group of books that I got, I believe these are the British covers of the Mistborn trilogy. And so I got the boxed set. Here's like the front of it from Brandon Sanderson. I have officially finished this now. So yes, go me. I'm 4 books down for Brandon Sanderson and really excited. I'm not going to pull these out because they're super hard to get back into the box. The next book I got, I actually pre-ordered. So I got this the day that it came out, and that is For She Is Wrath by Emily Varga. I think that this cover is absolutely beautiful. Here's the back. Such a pretty cover. I'm so excited to read this because it sounds amazing. I believe it's YA, and it's just under 400 pages, so not horribly thick. Here is the description. And then the next 4 books I actually got on, I am drawing a blank. It's whatever that's called where you sell your books and everybody starts with a P, I think, right? That App, the embroidered book by Kate Hartfield. This is one that I saw at Barnes & Noble when it first came out. I was working there at the time, and it just has been on my mind since because it just looked so good, and I just loved the cover. I don't think it has anything to do with fantasy, but it's 650 pages. I love historical fiction too. I used to read a lot of it, so there's the description. Excited about that one. The next one I got from her was The Stationery Shop by Marjan Kamali. And this has, what are these called? Deckled edges or whatever, which I'm not really a huge fan of. But it has the paperback that kind of, I forget what this is called too. I don't know all the terms. Okay, I do, but I don't. They go in and out my head. But yeah, I've known about this book and seen this for a while. I think the cover is beautiful. The description is right here. So yeah, just something different. I crave something different than fantasy all the time. And so that was kind of my little remedy for that. The next book is The Crimson Moth. This is a different cover, and I'm not really sure what this cover was from. I think this might just be the British cover. I'm not sure. But I obviously have the Book of the Month cover, like American cover, but and I've read this. I just adored this. I thought it was so different and pretty. So if you have not read this duology, please do yourself a favor and read it. Here's the description. It is so good. You will not regret it. So the last book I got from her was Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Sue Lynn Tan. I have yet to own this. I read this book. I absolutely adored it. I read the second book to it too. I believe it was only a duology. I adored them both, and I'm not sure. I think this might be the British cover as well, but this is so good. It's such a good duology. I love her writing, and yeah, just thoroughly impressed with how pretty this book is. So here is the description. I am literally covered by books right now. If they fell on me,
I would die.
the next book was Iron and Embers by Helen Shore. This is the Ashes of Thesmar book 1. I have not read, I believe Blood and Steel is her other series. I have not read that yet, but I don't think it necessarily matters. I think that this might be a prequel series. I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on that. But I am, you know me, gonna read it out of order because I don't really think it matters. I tried researching it and nothing said that you had to read the other one before this or vice versa. So yeah, I don't know when I'll read it, but I am excited to. Here is the description. I think the cover is just beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. So the next 4 books came with the dust jackets of this from my patron Kelly. And Kelly, you are awesome. The fact that she was just willing to send these to me like blew my mind. I absolutely adore special edition books, but I just can't always afford them. So the first one was the Starlight Heir, which I had actually pre-ordered this on my Kindle. This is by Molly Howard, and this is an absolutely beautiful cover. And look at the sprayed edges, like so pretty. It's such a gorgeous book. So thank you again, Kelly. Oh my gosh, look at the end pages. Oh, I forgot about this. Okay, there's the description. And then I'll show you the end pages on this end. So pretty. Look, it's just so, like, these special editions are just insane. The next book is The Courting of Bristol Keats by Mary E. Pearson. This is an Owl Crate edition. Look how beautiful. This book is so heavy. It is so heavy. And this is just so gorgeous. I, however, have not heard good things about this book at all. I want to read it because I'm super curious, but I'm kind of scared because, like, I have not heard good things at all. Here is I actually haven't even looked at this yet. The inside. And there's another cover too. You could flip it, but I like this one better. But look how pretty. Oh my gosh. Here is the description. It does also have a little bookmark too, ribbon bookmark. The last book that she sent me was For She Is Wrath by Emily Varga. I already showed you this book, but this is a way better version. This is Fairy Loot, exclusive edition. Here's the back. So gorgeous. There is the description. And then the end papers. Oh my gosh. And then I think this is a different cover. It's like similar to the cover I showed you before. And then the hardback is fancy too. And then there's the other. Oh my gosh. Like, look. That is so beautiful. I wish I could afford these monthly subscriptions. I have three more books. The next one I pre-ordered this actually, was The Scorpion and the Night Blossom by Amalie Wen Zhao. And this is just absolutely a stunner of a book. So gorgeous. I have 2 other books from this author as well, so I need to get on that. Here is the inside and the description. I think this is the same, and I think the hardback. Oh, look! That's pretty. And then that's super, super pretty. I've heard really good things about this book as well. The last 2. That would be The Women by Kristen Hanna. I actually got this for free from Book of the Month. There was some award thing, I forget what it was called, but you had like a pick of 5 or 6 books, I think, and this was the one that I picked. I have been wanting to read more from her, and I've heard this is really good. She's historical fiction kind of situation. So here's the description. I'm being overtaken by books. The last book I have from Book of the Month is Our Infinite Fates by Laura Stephen. So this is kind of really popular right now. There's a super pretty cover also available in Barnes & Noble. I saw it last night when we went, which, by the way, there is my Patreon exclusive for March was a book shopping trip to Barnes & Noble last night and a haul and showing you what we all got and everything. So yeah, if you want to watch that, go check out my Patreon. So yes, I'm excited about this one. I believe this is potentially a debut author, I think. Here is the, oh my god, I'm stabbing myself, the description. So yeah, very, very interesting and different cover. You don't really see covers like this a whole lot, I feel like. That was the last book for my book haul. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Please go check out all of my links down below, as always, for my Discord book clubs. We have so many fun things coming for April and May and June. I'm excited, as well as my Bookstagram, and then of course my Cottage Fairy Society Patreon. And then also I am offering channel memberships as well, so there's 2 different tiers, and I'm just excited. So definitely go down and check all of that out. I thank you guys so much for being here and watching my videos. You are awesome. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!